بفتخر بإعاقتي وبحب.
I am proud of my disability because it made me discover different talents, above all writing and poetry, as well as the desire to become a musician. I have a relatively good musical ear. The positive aspects of my disability outweigh the negative aspects of my whole life. George Thaljiyeh, despite losing his sight, sees with his heart. Thanks to his developed senses, he is able to write down what the eye cannot describe. Through his imagination, George is able to express what happens in his mind and the impression he experiences in everyday life with his friends.
جورج إنسان واقعي.
George is a human being, realistic. He did not see his disability as a barrier. On the contrary, he perceived it as a reality of life. He knows how to adapt, how to live with this absence. He knows well how to go beyond this difficulty. The first challenge he was able to overcome in his life was the acceptance of himself as a creature of God. During the book fair, which was held last year at the Holy Land School in Bethlehem, George had the opportunity to meet the Palestinian Minister of Culture, Ihab Seiso, who was deeply impressed by the young man's poetic creative talent. The minister promised George that he would publish his poems at the next Bethlehem Festival to celebrate the city as the capital of Arab culture in 2020. It was very important to know how the minister paid attention to me. I felt as if I had achieved incredible success in my life. I see my failures in the past as the first steps towards my success these days. I have begun to write and sincerely hope that my works will soon be published. George should continue his studies because he has great potential for creativity, which is rarely found in others. We will do our best to ensure that George specializes in his university studies and becomes a teacher for those who suffer like him. Thanks to Brother Marwan's effort, the students are able, with care and attention, to overcome the difficult times they experienced in the early years of their lives and to achieve what they want. I am very grateful for the attention Brother Marwan has paid to me since my childhood. He was the source of my inspiration. He helped me to accept others, to empower my personality, and to increase my self-esteem. George lost his sight, but he has a good perception of the talents that drive him further ahead, to realize the plan that God has in store for him.